Preview.
All right. What's up, YouTube? This your boy again, Yarvo, aka Django 3000. I'm here again with you with Sci-Fi Eggheads, and I'm joined today with my counterpart. Tell them who you are there, Mr. Sir.
Immerse, the one and only.
Yeah, man, and we thought we'd come to you today to talk about a so-called rumor mill in Hollywood regarding Mandalorian season 2. Tell them the good news, bro.
All right, so first thing is that what everybody's been talking about is that, which it's kind of old news now. Rosario Dawson playing Ahsoka Tano. The next rumor that's going around, which we have confirmed, is that Boba Fett will be in The Mandalorian. And that's really big news.
Yeah, man, and to find out, we found out that it's actually confirmed through comicbook.com. There's an article on here written by a guy named Adam Barnhart. And it goes, Star Wars, The Mandalorian. Rumor says Sabine and Rex will appear with Ahsoka. Possible setup for Rebels sequel series. That in itself is enough to get me excited, man, because, hey, they finished Star Wars The Clone Wars out with a bang. What you think?
Yeah, Star Wars Clone Wars was actually finished on a much greater level than anybody could have imagined or hoped for, because that storyline, the finishing, the action, it was great.
Yeah, man. I had my doubts about the show, man, but everybody had their qualm. But all in all, great final season for Star Wars: Clone Wars. So if they anticipating another, or what I could say, a continuation of the animated series Star Wars Rebels, I'm all game. I'm game either way, live action or animation.
Now, before you open up your third eye, let me just mention this one little bit that might have been caused a little issue for us from the last episode of Star Wars.
Lay it down.
They really built up Ahsoka Tano. They really built her up. Now, the problem is going to be, if you go back and look at the role that Rosario Dawson has played in the past, she mostly plays a healer, a consoler, a helper, a secondary person. Now they put her in one of the leading roles as an action type. And I'm really scared about whether she's going to be able to rise to that occasion or not. What do you think?
Well, quite frankly, I haven't seen legitimately that she actually has a show on the horizon. But the rumor is, she's gonna make a guest appearance on season 2 of The Mandalorian, followed by a spinoff from that. You know what I mean? So I'm excited by that news, but I hadn't read definitively that that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm anticipating the that highlight, but I haven't read that it's actually gonna happen that way.
Well, the reason that everybody ran away with it is because she did an interview with, I think it was EW, one of those major talk shows, and she confirmed it. So that's where the rumor mill started, where everybody kind of ran away with it, that she's doing it. And now that creates the question of, can she be that action type person?
I think she can do it, man. She did great on Iron Fist. She did great on Luke Cage, but like you say, that wasn't what we would consider a lead role. But she was in all 3 of the shows. You know what I mean? So she had to be a main character in some respects. She just played a smaller part. But I think she can handle it, man.
I'm praying she can handle it.
But I wanted to bring this article out, man, if I could. I wanted to read this thing. It's Star Wars: The Mandalorian rumor says Sabine and Rex will appear with Ahsoka, possible setup for Rebels sequel series. And it goes on to say the second season of The Mandalorian is shaping up to be a star-studded affair. Earlier this year, news surfaced that the Defenders alumnus Rosario Dawson will be showing up in the series as Ahsoka Tano, a fan favorite character from the Star Wars animated universe. Then, a matter of weeks later, reports began to circulate that Boba Fett would be popping up in the sophomore outing of the Disney Plus show. Now, even more rumors have surfaced pointing to the arrival of yet another character from deep within the Star Wars mythos. So, a new rumor from Kessel Run Transmissions suggests Ahsoka Tano and Sabine will appear on screen together in exactly one episode. Not only that, but the YouTube channel even goes further to say Commander Rex will be making his way to live action, being the second role Temuera Morrison will play this year. As evidenced by the events of the first season, the Star Wars world was expanded mightily while dropping tidbits here and there about certain characters while never taking the focus off Din Djarin, Pedro Pascal, and the child. That seems to be the case this time around as well as with Ahsoka and Sabine. Also a Mandalorian, showing up momentarily and dropping some breadcrumbs for a future property. That being said, I have no doubt that article is true because I've been hearing just too much stuff about Temuera Morrison taking on the role of Boba Fett slash Rex, and I've everybody on Earth has heard about Rosario Dawson, but I do have some doubts about which player which character that Temuera Morrison will be playing. You know, everybody's saying Boba Fett. I'm thinking Rex. I'm not thinking Boba Fett at all, but the rumor is it the last scene. I forget what episode it was on Mandalorian when they were trying to they catch the bounty, and everybody was marveled because they thought that Boba Fett showed up at the end. I don't think that was Boba Fett, man. And now I'm want to hear your assessment of what you think the character really is, man. And I'll tell you who I think it is, and I'll give you my proof.
Now, the reason I'm going to say Boba Fett is only because they have built up an anticipation. And if it's anybody but Boba Fett, it's going to be a slight letdown because Boba Fett, you know, kind of had his own following from Star Wars. He bring that over to Mandalorian, then you've solidified some of his followers with the Ahsoka Tano and others. But now I'm not completely naive and say they won't throw a curveball, but I'm gonna stick with
I'm certain they throwing a curveball. They making people think how you play chess, man. You always make a person think he winning to the very end. You know what I mean? Even if you got one piece left, you gonna win that game. I give that to you, that E-Merc. But I think Dave Filoni is throwing those serious breadcrumbs, making people think that Temuera Morrison is actually coming back to play Boba Fett. I don't think that. You got to think about it. He left the show. He left the best season, the best episode of that show with two characters left standing. That was Rex and Ahsoka Tano. All right. With that being said, when we look back at Boba Fett, Return of the Jedi, right? He got swallowed up, eaten by the Sarlacc monster, right? As far as canon goes, he's dead. I haven't read a book, within the recent Star Wars universe that denotes that he's returned. Have you?
Not a book, but I did read some. I guess you can call it speculative reports, kind of like this one, where they said that Boba Fett allegedly climbs out of, what was that thing that swallowed him on
the Sarlacc. The Sarlacc.
Yeah, the Sarlacc, yeah. This reports that he clawed his way out. And I guess it remains to be seen what he did in the meantime.
Well, that's not canon. And until they make that canon, until they say he's coming back, he can come back from death. Hey, man, I'm gonna have to go with what the last film said. The last film said he died. Okay, but this is the reason why everybody say what?
But this was so funny. Even if he did die, he's not dead. But remember, how long does it take for that thing to digest you?
1,000 years, man. But hey, when he swallowed Boba Fett, he burnt, man. So he went down in the DMs, man. But I want to tell you, I want to show you why people believe that. If you guys hear something in the background, I'm actually recording at home, so disregard that sound. You know, we still adhering to COVID-19 stay at home ordinance. But I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna show you why most people think that Boba Fett is actually coming back. Mandalorian season 2. And this is, I think, a breadcrumb that Dave Filoni threw out there. Just a couple of short clips that I want to show you guys, and let me know if you agree with this. E. This is a clip from the Mandalorian season 1. Did you hear it?
Yep, I heard that clink.
Okay. You hear the boots clanking, right? The spurs. Everybody's caught on the spurs, but this is what I want you to hear. Listen to the sound at the very beginning. You hear a robotic chirping sound. Listen. All right. Did you hear the chirping sound?
Very, yeah, I heard it. It was very magnetic, but I heard it.
Okay. This is why a lot of people believe that this is Boba Fett in the upcoming movie, because of that sound effect. Now listen to a cutscene from A New Hope. Did you hear it?
Boasting.
I missed it.
You missed it. Okay. This is the actual sound effect that everybody getting hyped up on.
I heard it.
Okay, you heard it then. So that's the reason why everybody believes that's actually Boba Fett. But I want you guys to pay close attention to the actual character itself. We're going to go back to the first one. Look at exactly how this character... Do you see it? Look like he had a cape on or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to show you a picture of what Boba Fett looks like in character.
Mm-hmm.
Does that look like Boba Fett now that you look at his character, man? I know he does have a throw that he wears, but it's nowhere near as long as it was on that clip. But I want you to see another character and tell me, does this one ring a bell? Now, I'm gonna show you that clip one more time, and I want you, when he leans down to see the quarry, I want you to look at the bottom third of his torso, his legs, and you tell me, does it look familiar? Dude, I think what we're looking at here, man, is breadcrumbs to throw us off the actual character that Dave Filoni is going to bring in on season 2 of Mandalorian. I don't think for 1 minute that Tamura Morrison is coming back to play Boba Fett in the show. I think he's coming back to play Commander Rex. And this guy is the actual guy that we saw on the show. Think about it. Most of the characters he's bringing back either are Dave Filoni characters from either the Clone Wars or Rebels. And I believe this is who he's bringing back. I want to show you another clip, man, just to show you what I mean about how this character actually looks, man. I just want you guys to take a look and tell me, does he fit the description? Just a short clip. E. I rest my case, man. I think Dave Filoni throwing breadcrumbs, man. He's hinting that Boba Fett is coming back. He's filling the media with all this propaganda that we're going to see Boba Fett in one of the upcoming episodes of The Mandalorian. But I'm telling you here, brother, when we see Tamura Morrison, we're going to see Commander Rex and Ahsoka Tano. But that bounty hunter that we saw on Mandalorian, that was Cad Bane, bro.
Let me ask you this. Comparing the two, Cad Bane and Boba Fett, and looking at the storyline on who they were rescuing and why, who do you say is more likely to have picked her up?
I have to say Cad Bane. Think about this. Think about this. Sometimes the hunter is the hunted. You get what I mean? And who's the most hunted person in the galaxy? It's Baby Yoda, man. And what was Cad Bane doing during the Clone Wars when he was hired by Sidious? He was kidnapping what? Force-sensitive children. It always comes back in a circle with Dave Filoni, bro. And hey, just remember, you guys heard it from Django 3000 first, man. You know what I mean? When that thing comes to fulfillment, man, everybody saying Boba. I'm telling y'all, it's Cad Bane. Do you agree with me? Say what?
I'm gonna give you props that if it's Cad, I'm gonna say you always said it first. But I'm gonna stick with Boba because of the name of the show. I'm gonna stick with Boba with the team Boba Fett.
Well, with that being said, guys, we just wanted to come to you today to give you an update on Star Wars: The Mandalorian Season 2.
Hey, let me backtrack on one thing. You know, I was talking about with Rosario Dawson. I need to make one thing clear. I don't think I made clear. Now, from a physical aesthetic point of view, she looks the identical role of what Ahsoka Tano would look like. Matter of fact, Rosario Dawson is 45. I'm sorry, 51, and Ahsoka is about 45 at this point. It's perfect. However, I just don't think physically she's up to it. I just want to clarify that. I agree with everybody. She looks the part, but I don't think she can add the part.
Well, I'm anticipating a great show. I'm anticipating Rosario Dawson doing a phenomenal job, man. So with that being said, fellas, I'm your boy, Yavo, Django 3000.
And I am E. Murph, the one and only.
Yeah, man, we thank you guys for joining us one more time with Sci-Fi Eggheads. And guys, if this is your first time visiting the channel, smash that subscribe button, man. Come join the dark side of the force, man. With that being said, we are out of here. Peace.
Deuces.